Yo, yo, yo. Hey man, hey man, hey man. Y'all know the sounds, man. Y'all know the vibes. Idiots with a podcast. We are back in the building once again. Another new episode coming to y'all, man. I got my brother in the building as always. What's good, bro?
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What is good? My
Y'all know,
beautiful
y'all.
people.
Yes, man. We got a lot to get to, man. Let's just say this. Y'all see the title. It's called Building Momentum. And that doesn't only go with the sports world. Y'all know we love our sports, man. We love to talk sports, but in our individual lives as well, man. We got a lot going on, so we'll let y'all know. We'll bring y'all in on a few of those things towards the end of the show. But for right now, let's jump into what we know best, which is the sports world, man. Middle of football season going on, and man, let's just say this weekend was a little crazy. Just a little crazy. So we'll start with college football since that's the thing that we love the most. First off, shout out to the Gators, man. Florida Gators getting a win on homecoming, beating Vanderbilt as we should. Also, payback for last year after they beat us. We bounced back with the win by the final score 38-14. Quick thoughts on the game and how it played out. I don't know if you watched the whole game. It was Vanderbilt, so some people may have not watched the whole game, like me. But I had some things to get done. But quick thoughts on the game, how you think it went, and what you think we can build on from that win.
You pretty much said what I was gonna say. I didn't really. I mean, I watched a good chunk of it, but obviously
Yeah.
was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I will say our tight end, or I always pronounce his name wrong.
Arliss
Arliss, is that how you pronounce it?
Boardingham, yeah. Arliss
Yeah.
Boardingham.
He had a hell of a game, his best game to date. I definitely think we should feature him more. Eugene Trey Wilson, which they call him Trey. Um, he was back in the lineup. He did well. Pretty much our passing game was it was decent, but we didn't really have the obviously the down the field plays, like the explosive plays, but it was take what the defense give you. That's pretty much my only knock. Really, I would definitely like the plays are there. The plays are definitely there. He just has to connect on them. It was one that just came into mind. Matter of fact, to Pearsall, he had him. He didn't connect with him. Um, but I want to see more. This offense, the potential for this offense, like it's there. We have the playmakers. We could throw the ball down the field. Obviously, the O line is not where they need to be, but they showing a little something. I would like to see Mertz more getting rid of the ball when he's out of the pocket. If
Yes.
he can't run, can't have that guy getting hurt. We can't
No,
afford that
we
right about now.
no, we cannot. We cannot.
We definitely can't afford that. Webb, Trayon Webb, the freshman, he
Mm-hmm.
uh he he looked good, which I'm glad to
But you
see.
you the one that said he run like he got some. I don't remember
Wait,
that was
wait,
you
what?
or somebody. I don't remember that was you or somebody else. I think they said he run like he got some bills to pay or something like that.
Oh, nah, that wasn't me. But
I
he
can't.
do he do run like that though. I like how he run. He's a violent runner. And I think he does have a little speed on him. Shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Trail for going on 2K for his career. In college football. Shout out to him. Salute. 504
Mm-hmm.
boy. Shout out to him once again. I obviously ETN he didn't play. Um, but yeah, Mertz, solid game, 30 of 36. I think he was like no
Yep.
30, it
Yep.
was either 30 or 36 or 30 or 34. I think it was
No,
30
you're
or
right.
36,
30 or 36, 254, 3 touchdowns.
three touchdowns. Like I said, we he can complete anything that's he makes the right decisions majority of the time.
Yeah.
But he does tend to have people open down the field. He just has to connect with them down the field. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's there, take it. Don't force it. If it's not there, don't force it. Which that could be a blessing and a curse because why throw it to the check down when you have somebody one on one down the field? I'm not saying with him. I'm just saying in general. But yeah, man. We definitely have the playmakers. So we definitely have the playmakers to where we can throw the ball down the field. I don't think that's an issue anymore. Personally, I want to see more of Andy Jean on the field, though. I really want to see more of him, like receiver, being an outside receiver. No knock on 22, but I want to see more of Jean. Um, he's a kick returner too, so
Yeah.
that's good. But yeah, man, I really like the playmakers we got, bro. But like I said, my only knock is I want to see more explosive plays rather than just having to literally constantly get first downs, like constantly. Like, don't get me wrong, getting first downs are cool, but bro, I would love to score in like 3 or 4 plays, just explosive offense. But I know we still in year 2, but I want to see more explosive plays. That's all I would like. I'm not gonna nitpick or nothing like that. A lot of people still don't like the route concepts, which, hey man, I'm not no fucking coach. All I know is if they open underneath, just throw the ball to them. I'm not gonna do all that. But yeah, shout out to Boardingham once again, man. He had a hell of a game. I think he can build on that going forward because there was a lot of people, a lot of fans slandering him, saying he's trash and all this, and saying that people lied about him and all this other stuff. They don't let stuff play out. Just let stuff play out. Um, but yeah, he had a phenomenal game, man. I hope that's something he can build on. I definitely want to see more of Trey Wilson. I would love to see him more like routes of him going down the field. I would love to see that. Like, I would love to see it. But yeah, man, it's something we can build on. Defensively, like I said, bro, I watched majority of the game going to the fourth. I watched it on my phone. Obviously, I couldn't really watch it on TV, um, because I was busy. But defensively, we did some good things. Did some things we can work on. I saw Marshall getting a lot of slander because, oh, excuse me, he didn't finish the play that he was beat. He got beat on because of the face mask. He thought it should have been a face mask, which it should have been, but you still got to finish the play. You still got to show some effort, no matter what.
Exactly.
Because you probably still could have tackled the guy. Not probably, he could have tackled the guy, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Um, so yeah, that was bad effort, piss poor effort, bro. You one of the quote unquote upperclassmen, one of the leaders. You got to set an example. So that was something I was not happy to see. So and I'm gonna say this again. As a safety, if your name is not being called often in that game,
You doing the
you
right
gotta be
thing.
doing something.
Exactly.
Shout out to Jordan Castell. Shout out to Bryce. His last
Bryce Thornton.
name.
Bryce Thornton, first career start. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Shout out to them too. Let's build on that. Let's not jump the gun on he's the star, but he's looking like he want to be the starter on opposite side of Castell.
He
So
needs
let's
to
let's
be.
build on.
He
Yeah, he
needs to
needs
be.
to be.
There's no need to go back and change it at this point. He needs to be the starter. Let those two guys get that continuity building for the rest of the season. And if they do it the right way, you have your starting safety tandem going in the next season, and you don't have to worry about
Right,
that. So why not?
right,
Why not? But yeah,
and then
I get it.
yeah, and then like I said, bro, Castell, bro, I honestly think all out of the corners, obviously the nickel, and the safeties, he has probably been. I would probably say him, Jaden Hill, and Kimber have been our best 3 defensive backs. I think Castell has been our best defensive back
All season, yeah.
through 6 games. He's been our best defensive back. Kimber has been our most consistent corner, coverage wise. Um, nah, Jaden Hill I really want to say Jaden Hill, because he's stepped into that nickel role like really well. That's something we've been needing for the longest. Um, Probably since what Chauncey left. He made that transition really smooth, man. Shout out to him. He's playing
Mhm.
really well. I want to see more of Jakeem on the field.
Yes,
Gave up the
yes,
big play,
please, please.
but then he bounced back after two play. He bounced back two straight plays in the red zone. So shout out to him, man. That kid has a bright future. Uh, I don't know if Devin Moore. I don't think Devin Moore played yesterday. I think he was hurt. Was he hurt?
I'm not sure if he was injured or not. Even if he was, hopefully he comes back on the field. If not, then we still play decently, and that's not a game that we should need him to play anyway. So
Yeah, but that's his only thing. I think his only thing is staying healthy, because his ceiling is really high. He just has to stay healthy. Um, but for the most part, I don't really have too much to say. Like I said, I saw a good chunk of the game. I'm not gonna. I can't really get into major details about everybody on the defense because, like I said, I watched the game, but I couldn't really watch it how I wanted to. Um, but from what I saw, you know, I saw some good things. Shout out to Shamar. Um, Shout out to Scooby too. Um, like I said, man, who I'm trying to think of that who forced that turnover. No, it was a freshman. Was it Cersei
yeah,
who
TJ
forced
TJ
that
Searcy.
turnover?
Yeah,
Yeah. Shout out to him who forced that turnover. But yeah, one thing I didn't like though early in the game, like I feel like we could have beat them a little more worse than what we could have. That that
absolutely.
drive where we that drive where we did that receiver throw, nah, bro. Let's keep that out of the playbook, okay? Let's keep that out of the playbook
I'm
because we
glad I
could
didn't
have.
see that. I'm glad I didn't see
Yeah,
that play.
we,
I'm so
we
glad I
like
didn't see it.
I don't know if you saw it, but it was 7-0.
No, I
We
ain't see it.
had
I ain't see it.
yeah, it was 7-0. Merch threw the pass to Khalil Jackson, and Khalil Jackson tried to throw it to Montrell Johnson, and that shit got intercepted. Yeah, let's keep that out of the playbook, like you know. So yeah, so yeah, let's definitely keep that out of the playbook, fellas. But yeah, man, like I said, bro, 38-14, I'll take it against Vandy. They beat us last year. Let's build some momentum. We got South Carolina. Let's get that W next weekend. Then we got a bye, and I think we got Georgia. So
Yeah.
let's create some momentum, man. Let's try to establish something, man. Let's go into that Georgia game 5-2, and then let's just see where we at, man. That's all I can say. I mean,
This
penalties and penalties. Like I'm gonna be honest, bro. Watching this team through 6 games, we are the definition of the good, the bad, and the ugly. We can do so. This team can be so good if we can just limit the minor things
yeah.
and actually get off. When we get off to good starts, we are a tough team to beat. Tough team. And when that
Yes.
running game is on, that offense is that
I don't
offense is can be really good.
I don't know why people haven't figured that out already. They say we should be a pure air raid team, and I'm like, no,
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 no, no, no,
no,
no,
we should
no,
not.
no, no, no,
The reason
no. Now listen.
the reason the run game is so important. We see how Graham Mertz holds onto the ball. We see the amount of hits he takes. That's not good for our offense. When you run the ball, the play action works perfectly, and you get wide open receivers all over the field. If we can run the football, it doesn't mean that you have to run the ball more than you throw the ball. It just means that you have to run it effectively. And the way we did it yesterday, and shout out to the offensive line because they were killing it yesterday as far as run blocking goes. It's good to see my guy 75 back on the field, man. That coming back this soon from an Achilles injury as a guy that big, I think Cam Waits is like 6'9", like 370 or something like that. And
Yeah,
to tear your Achilles when you big like that and then come back onto the field that early and play like he did yesterday, shout out to him. But that run blocking was on point. Um, If we can block like that the rest of the year, I think the run game is going to be fine, especially when ETN is back. And Trayon Webb showed that he can make some plays as well, like we talked about. Um, that three-headed monster is dangerous in the backfield, bro. Like that's why I say we can't just go away from doing what we do and how good at the execution can we be is that's the clear question, because there's multiple plays on the field where it's just like one guy doesn't take care of his responsibility, and there's a lot of yards we leave on the field. Like yesterday, I think we had almost 500 yards of offense. We could have had 700. There were multiple plays, multiple opportunities where we had time and people just didn't get their assignment taken care of.
Let me ask you this. Watching this team, let's say, all right, this is why I say what I'm about to say, what I'm about to ask you. It could be 1st and 10. Let's say, okay, Trail, he gets a first down, but it gets called back for holding. Now we in the hole. Now we in the hole. Let's say it's 1st and 20 now, obviously. How do you feel when we get behind the sticks? Like, are you confident in this offense when we get behind the sticks? Because I know it's like, I'm not going to sit up here and say that, I trust this offense once we get behind the sticks, because it's been too many times through 6 games where once we get behind the sticks, we're not the same offense. It's like we have to always be like one of those 3rd and 4 teams or 3rd and 5 teams. Like, it has to go literally perfect for us to just, for this offense to be in position to where they can feel like, okay, we can get in the red zone. And I feel like once teams get us in those 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13s, it's always something questionable. Like, we'll run the ball on like 3rd and like 11 to try to get it to where it could be like 4th and like 2, so we can try to go for it. Stuff like that is what I like. I feel like once we get behind the sticks, we are in trouble. And I've seen it, and I don't like it. And I'm not blaming the coach. It's just like little shit. Like, the offensive line could false start, hold, or some shit like that. And I just lose all faith in this offense, bro, once we get behind the sticks. It don't matter if it's 1st and 20. I'll be like, there's no way we're going to get 20 yards. Like, it's no way. Or there's no way we're going to get another first down. Unless, like, he has the perfect protection. And if he do, he'll probably get it in that range of, okay, let's say we can get it like 2nd and 8 after that 1st and 20. But it's just like little shit like that. I feel like, because yesterday we was like 2nd and 25, and I'm like, and fans are clamoring like, throw that shit over 25 yards or whatever. It's not many plays you gonna call unless you got a certain type of quarterback. It's not many plays you're gonna call like constantly to get over those 25 yards. And I'm not asking for us to, how can I say, just throw the ball, past the sticks. No, I'm not. Like, when it's like 2nd and 25 or 3rd and 25, like it was in the game last night, because this ain't Madden, bro. So, but I'm just asking you, how do you feel about this offense once they get behind the sticks?
Well, the question that I would pose is, why did we get behind the sticks? Was it because of something that the coach did, or was it because of something that the players did? Because I can't blame the coach for being I can't blame the coach for being conservative in that situation when he's not the one that put us behind the sticks in the first place. Like yesterday, we had 1st and 10, and we call a play, we get some decent yardage, and it comes back because Damian George gets a personal foul, hands to the face. Now it's 1st and 25. We try to do a play, nothing happens on the first play, so it's 2nd and 25. You got 2 plays to get 25 yards. We called a screen. I'm not mad at that, because first of all, we shouldn't have been in that position because our left tackle can't control his block. Like, I can't blame Billy for that. The execution on the screen could have been better, yes, but it's 2nd and 25. Like, we are not at the point as a team or as an offense where we can just overcome every mistake that we make. We're not at
Right,
that point.
right, right,
So
right.
when you're not at that point, you take what you give, and if your defense is actually playing well enough, they can get you the ball back with decent field position, which is what our defense did. Um,
So,
the
so
problem I
let me
have,
ask you.
the go ahead.
You go. I ask you when you're done.
The problem I had is for the fans that were there. Why are you booing the play calls when it's 2nd and 25 or 3rd and 18? There's no point in booing the play calls, bro. Like, I understand y'all may not like Billy personally or as the OC or whatever the case may be, but it's 3rd and 18. What are you expecting us to do? We already proved that our quarterback is taking too many hits. He's been down on the field for a long time. And the first drive of the third quarter proved that when he got hurt, everybody's heart stopped. Because if he goes down, we in trouble. We are in trouble. It's no other
So
way you can try to slice that. If Graham Mertz goes down this season, is in trouble because we don't have a backup that I believe is capable of getting us through the rest of this season and playing the way that he's playing right now. So I'm not mad at those play calls. Would I like him to not run the ball on like 3rd and 11? Yeah, I would like him to put the ball in the air and have a little faith in your offense to get a few yards. But at this point, we don't have that faith mostly because of the offensive line. That's where everything starts at the line of scrimmage, and until we get that fixed up, I have no problems with it. I'm not going to complain every week about how the plays are being called, this, that, and the other. No, I'm not doing that. That's a waste of my energy. He's getting paid $7 million to coach. I'm not getting paid $7 million to complain about what he's calling. So, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's a waste of my energy. I'm just going to show up, root for the team, hope we win. If we don't, try to figure out what we didn't do well, talk about it, move on to next week. That's my job as a fan. If I was on the coaching staff, it would be a different story. But, hey,
right.
I'm sitting at home watching these young men play the game they love. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, it's how can I say? I mean, we talked about this plenty of times. And I just feel like, we have a lot of talent on this team, a lot of young talent, man. And it's good to at least see these kids getting a chance, these freshmen getting a chance to make plays. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why a lot of freshmen, not freshmen, but a lot of like seniors from high school, like in this 2024 class, that's why I feel like this class is developing the way it is, because they see that I can come to one of the best universities, and I can start immediately, or I can get a lot of playing time immediately. And so when especially offensive players, I saw a lot of people saying if you're an offensive recruit, why would you go to UF? I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, I understand the play calling, but bro,
All
if you're
talking
if
about
you're
that.
if you're that, you're gonna definitely make a name for yourself.
All
But
that talking means nothing, because if you're that guy, you can go anywhere and make those plays. That does
exactly.
not matter.
So
That does not matter to me. There's no reason, if you're gonna say that, there's no reason why DJ Lagway will be committed this long to an offense that he doesn't see himself playing well in. That's stupid. That makes no sense to him. Especially not when Lincoln Riley came calling and tried to get him to USC. That would make no sense.
Hey,
Like, explain that to me.
Hold on. You said you didn't watch the game, like all the game, right?
Yeah, I didn't watch the full game. I watched most of it, but not the full game.
I think a part in that game, they said he was getting an OC in the off season.
There's a lot of speculation that he's gonna get an OC and this, that, and the other because of some of the comments that he's made and all that other stuff. This is what I'm gonna say.
I definitely think.
This is what I'm gonna say. I don't think we need an offensive coordinator. I think we need a passing game coordinator, somebody that could help him with the concepts of the passing game. That would help. I don't think we need an offensive coordinator. Somebody that can show him somebody that could show him how to better complement routes. The one thing I will say, there's a lot of plays. There's a lot of plays out there that we miss because of execution or making bad reads. There was a play where Trey Wilson was running free, I think on a drag route, and I think that was Trey Wilson. It could have been Trey or Ricky. I don't remember exactly who it was. They ran a drag route off of a play action, and Graham Mertz hit the defender in the back of the head with the football. If he throws the ball over the if he throws the ball over the top, that's an easy completion. That's execution. There's nothing that Billy can do about that. That play call was perfect, and the throw was late. There's nothing. The deep ball to Ricky Pearsall down the field. That's not on Billy. That's a deep shot to your receiver. It's a slot fade 1-on-1. You got to be able to make that throw. That's not on Billy. Yeah. So there's opportunities for plays to be made.
I'm with you with the whole passing game coordinator. I'm with you on that. Because I don't be liking the route concepts. I'm with you on that. OC, I would take either or. I just feel like he needs. I feel like perfect example. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna just say this. He needs like let's not less like give him the least responsibility, but it's so much a head coach have to do, and if you have to call plays and stuff like that, I mean, come on, bro. Like you could take on. I saw a lot of UF fans saying he needs to take on the CEO role and all this other stuff. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and say, I'm not going to sit up here and say that a passing game coordinator wouldn't help us, but with the whole route concepts, on which one that I would say either or, man. Like I told you, bro, I just feel like this offense has so much potential, dog. Like with the playmakers we got, if we could just get more of those explosive plays along with what we got, because I saw with the percentages, we run the ball 55%, we throw the ball 45%. And I'll take those. I wish it was a little more like 52-48 in favor, obviously, of the rushing. But, I'll take those numbers. But I think you said it on Twitter yesterday. When we run the ball this well, this offense it's tough to beat. It's tough to stop, I mean.
It is.
So
we've
man, let's move on from that, man. Let's move on from Florida, man.
Let's go on a little bit and talk about a few other games. The biggest one of yesterday. I would probably say the biggest game from yesterday. It was a few that were really good and really could have gotten that, but I think it was I think that was the biggest game of the weekend, and shout out to us for picking the winners.
Yeah, salute. I will say this. I know Texas lost that game, and I know there's no such thing as moral victories. I know that. But walking away from that game, I understand it's a rivalry. I get it. But walking away from that, even if Oklahoma would have lost that game and it would have been, 30-27, either way, I would have walked away from that game, from either losing team. Obviously, Texas, they lost. I would have been like, yeah, we did a good job. It's probably some things we could have did better, but I would have felt good about that game.
Yeah, you would obviously you would be disappointed because you lost, but at the same time, like that game was so good that it could have went either way. So there's nothing really to complain about that.
Yes, it's a but. Quinn Ewers, 2 picks, fumble loss. That's 3 turnovers.
Yes, just him. That's the reason they lost the game. Yes.
You can't do that. And you still had ample opportunities in that game to go up. So that's probably the only thing I would take away. The defense, they did good enough to win that game. Both sides. On the touchdown Oklahoma had, because I didn't really watch a lot of that game. I probably saw like that last drive for Oklahoma, and I saw a few drives in the fourth quarter from both teams. But you know, they that last drive for Oklahoma was definitely bad communication on Texas' part. So you walk away from that game and say, hey, you know, we disappointed, like you said, but we did everything good. But that bad communication part is kind of the one of the reasons why they scored the touchdown. Well, the main reason why they scored the touchdown. But I wouldn't say that's why we lost the game. Our quarterback, he has to play better. He has the talent to do those things, to play better. So, you know, the 2 interceptions and the fumble loss, come on, bro. Like, you got to put your team in better situations to win. So, like I
Absolutely.
said, that was a hell of a game. Salute to Oklahoma. Salute to Brent Venables, man. Salute to him. He's trying to restore that Oklahoma. How can I say? He's trying to restore Oklahoma again. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
But salute to him.
Big salute to him. I don't like the one thing I don't like about that is the comparisons that we're trying to make to that Oklahoma program. Oklahoma has been a perennial top program for the last 25 years, and they haven't really taken a step back at all. Um, they might have had
Hey, the worst.
one or two down years, but that program constantly recruits in the top five. It gets players from the state of Texas all the time, still in the top players. There's a reason Kyler Murray went to Oklahoma. There's a reason Baker Mayfield left Texas Tech, went to Oklahoma. Like they get top players and they put them in positions to win. That's what Billy's trying to do with this team. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. And also, this conference plays a big part in it. Like we can downplay it all we want. This conference plays a big part in it. If you don't think the conference that you play in plays a big part, go watch the Ohio State games from this year. They're not blowing people out. Them games are competitive because the conference has caught up to Ohio State. It has. There's a reason for that. You can recruit as great as you want, but when other teams start getting some great players as well, it's not going to be these blowouts that we used to see. We used to watch Ohio State play other Big Ten teams, and we'd be like at halftime, yeah, we got to cut this off. Yeah, there's no point
We
watching this.
pretty much we pretty much wouldn't watch the Ohio State game until like Michigan or
No, we wouldn't.
sometimes Penn State.
Everybody would be like, let's just forfeit the season until Michigan and Ohio State play. And then when they would play, Ohio State would beat them. We'd be like, oh well, we expected that. We don't say that anymore because the rest of the
As a,
conference is caught up to them. The same thing happened with Alabama. Like the rest of the conference caught up to them. Now everybody's trying to catch up with Georgia, and I still don't think Georgia's just far and away better than most of this conference is right now. So yeah, it's college football, man. These things happen in cycles. Certain teams are going to be back faster than others. They're going to get their players and get to the point where they need to be faster than others. Sometimes you just got to be patient and rebuild it the right way.
I will
And that's what some coaches are trying to do.
I will say this, bro. Matter of fact, let me ask you. Do Texas and Oklahoma, do they have a shot at playing again in the Big 12 championship, or are they in the same division?
I don't think the Big 12 has divisions.
Oh no, it's the top two. My bad. It's the top
Yeah,
two teams.
I think it's the top two teams, which they still
I
the
would,
top
hey,
two.
I would love to see that game again, dog. I would pick
Them
Texas this time. I would pick Texas.
right now. Oklahoma and West Virginia are the two undefeated teams in the conference. Then you have Texas, Kansas, Iowa State, and Texas Tech, all right behind them. The big thing for Texas is they beat Kansas already, so
Right.
that's a good win for them. They still have to play. They still have to play. Who else do they have to play? They still have to play Texas Tech. Um, they still
You
have
talking about
Texas. They still have Texas
oh,
Tech. They still have Iowa State, and they still have Kansas State on the schedule. So they got some winnable games, but they should win out. They should. But
hey man.
Oklahoma still has to play. They still have to play Kansas. They play Kansas in
Yep,
3 weeks.
I was
They
gonna
still
say
have
that.
to play. They still have to play West Virginia too. So we're gonna see what the rest of the season holds. But I would like to see those two play each other again. I really would.
Bro, like I know Texas lost, but I like that Texas team. I
They're
do.
they are a really good team, and they're different. They are definitely a different team. If you say this is the same Texas team that you've seen over the last couple of years, they're
You,
not.
I will say this though. Watch Quinn Ewers versus Bama. Watch him versus Oklahoma. The blueprint to them being successful is literally how he plays. Literally, if he can play how he played against Bama, or just limit the turnovers, Texas will go to the playoffs, bro. I really believe that. This team is
I
good
still
enough.
I still say
This
that
team,
that Bama game to me wasn't it was an outlier of who Quinn Ewers really is as a quarterback, because he was
is who
so
he could
efficient.
be, though.
He was so efficient in that game, and he's never had a game like that ever.
Yeah, but
And the
listen,
problem,
it's who he.
the good thing for them was Alabama's pass rush didn't show up. But
Yeah,
since that game, if they played
yeah.
again right now, Bama's beating them, and they're
But I will
probably
say this,
doing
though.
it pretty easily.
I will say this though. It's probably not who he has been with efficiency wise, but it's who he could possibly be. Like for them to get where they want to go, if he can himself individually, if he can play how many think he can play with the talent that many people believe he has, and I'm one of them, he just has to play within himself. 3 turnovers against the Oklahoma team who was top 12 at the time, which they're going to be in the top 10 now. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, bro. You can't, as a quarterback, bro, you can't constantly push your defense in bad situations on the field and expect them to always bail you out. Yeah, well, they'll probably help you, but 3 turnovers, bro, three, bro. Like that's not winning football, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, and then y'all had ample opportunity, like I said a few minutes ago, to win that game. If he can just play similar in some type of way, play close to what he played against Bama. But like you said, the pass rush wasn't there and stuff like that. And Milroe, that was like his first real test. But if he could play close to that, they can do some good things going forward.
Definitely.
But he does have a how can I say, a tendency of playing like just bonehead sometimes, like making bonehead decisions. But that's all I got to say about Texas. But I will say, shout out to them for still playing a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. The other big game that I think was a big game this week was LSU Mizzou.
Now
The
I watched.
reason I say I think that one was the other big game of the week is because I thought that Missouri team was really good, and they were playing very well coming into that game, and that LSU defense scared me. And
still do.
coming out of that game, it still scares me, but it doesn't as much because that LSU offense is just, bro.
They
Oh
gonna
my
put up
goodness.
points.
I'm not gonna sit here and compare them to 2019 because they're not that team. The way they are playing right now offensively is one of the best offenses I've seen since that LSU team in 2019. And
Let me ask you this,
their quarterback is the reason why.
let,
He's the
let,
reason why.
let me ask you this. I don't want to start nothing, but I'm gonna ask: would you take 2020 Florida offense or this LSU offense?
What do I have to take all of the weapons that come with both offenses?
Yes.
Mm,
You don't have to answer right now. You can give me the answer towards the end of the show. But
that's
I'm
that's
saying I'm
tough.
asking that for a reason.
That's tough because I it's like
They're both. I feel like they're similar.
I'll take this LSU offense. I'll take the LSU offense because
Would you take
because
them better out wide?
no, I would take them because their rushing attack is better.
Okay, that's fair.
That 2020 Florida team was great through the air, but we were not that great of a team running the football. And most of LSU's rushing game is because of their quarterback. But in college football,
That is true.
if you have a mobile quarterback, you have a dynamic weapon who
That's
can
the
make the
reason why.
impossible happen.
That's the reason why I asked you, because I wanted to see if you was gonna mention the mobile. Obviously, Daniels, he's mobile, and Trask, he's more of a pocket passer. That's why I wanted to see what you was gonna say. I
Yeah,
had a feeling it was
definitely.
gonna be similar.
Jaden Daniels has always been one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch, and to me, he always was unfairly criticized by LSU fans, and also they wanted to bench him. And some of them still do. And the crazy thing is, I think if I'm not mistaken, I believe the backup came in the game yesterday. I believe.
He did.
If not this week, it was last week he came into the game. And yeah, nah. For those LSU fans that still think Nussmeier is a better quarterback than Jaden Daniels, I'm just gonna call you out on it. You're a racist at this point. Like
So,
it's no other way around that. Like
so
there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that you watching Jaden Daniels play football this year, especially after last year, and you watching him this year and still think that Nussmeier is a better quarterback? Nah. If we want to be honest, Jaden Daniels has been a top 4 quarterback in college football this season.
he's been the best quarterback in the SEC, like
By far.
by
It's
far.
not even close. The closest one was the guy on the other side that he played against yesterday.
Yeah,
And he's better. He's clearly better than him.
yeah.
So, like, what are we talking about here?
If they would have beat Ole Miss, even if they beat Ole Miss, I still think he would have been in a Heisman discussion, which he should still be in it. Me personally, I think I would still have him in it, but 2 losses through 6 games, I will understand why. But the losses aren't really solely on him. But if they were undefeated, he'd probably be number 1 in the Heisman, like by far.
If they were undefeated, he's the Heisman front runner, no question about it.
Yeah,
But even with
but
those two losses, he should be in the top 3 right now. It should be him. It should be Caleb, and then you throw whoever else you want in the third spot.
I throw Penix.
They play Oregon this week.
So this will decide.
so
But
so let's see
I still,
him or Bo Nix. Who's gonna get that spot?
yeah, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. But I still would say Caleb is the front runner right now.
I'm gonna just say this about that guy. I'm not Skip Bayless and about to do this whole I would take Shedeur Sanders over him in the draft. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. But I will say this. In that game yesterday, he was the second best quarterback on the field. So
You want to know
like
what's funny? Hold on. You want to know what's funny? Check this out. So a lot of analysts, they like his style. They compare it to Mahomes, right?
yeah.
Mahomes gets outplayed by Zach Wilson. Caleb gets outplayed by what's that quarterback name for Arizona? Like,
Exactly. That's
bro,
what I'm trying to say.
I'm serious. I don't know his name because I mean Arizona football.
That's what I'm trying to say. His name is his last name is Fafita or something like that.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny how this guy he plays. I'm not saying we're not saying that's his ceiling, but he plays similar how he can make some plays out of the pocket, similar to Mahomes. Mahomes gets outplayed by Zach Wilson, and Caleb gets outplayed by Arizona quarterback. That's kind of crazy. And it's like back like 1 week, and then it's this week. But I know that had nothing to do with anything, but that was just funny to me.
The crazy thing is, I think this was his second start.
Wow.
I think he started last week against Washington, and he had a damn good game, and he a freshman.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a
Salute to that
freshman.
kid.
Last week he played against, like I said, he played against Washington. He went out there. They lost 31-24, but he was 27 for 39, 232, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Then he comes out this week against USC. So back-to-back top 10 opponents, 25 for 35, 303, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like,
yeah, that ain't bad, bro. That's not bad at all.
Arizona got them a baller back there, bro.
Yeah, salute to that kid. What's his name
They got a
again?
baller. It's Noah Fafita.
Noah Fafita. Shout out
Yeah.
to you, kid.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. Yes, USC did get the win. Caleb still had a big game. It's not that he didn't. It's not that he played horribly.
4 touchdowns.
He still had 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 1 passing. But let's give some of that spotlight to that other kid that was playing well on the other side.
Sure,
Also, shout out to Jacob Cowing for his 4 touchdown game. Still wish that kid.
Bro.
Yeah, never mind. Let's not get into that right now. Let's not get into that right now.
Yeah, let's move on, man.
But like I said, there was a lot of games, man. A lot of games this week that showed there's going to be some movement going on and real football starting to get played now. We're not even going to talk about that other team because I fell asleep and I woke up and I saw they lost. I don't even want to talk about them.
Who that?
It's still stupid that their coach decided not to take a knee when he had the game won. You can't be that big of an idiot. You can't.
So, being that this is Idiots with a podcast, we have a idiot of the weekend, Mario Cristobal.
There's no other choice. There's really no other choice. Like, you have the football and you have the game won. All you have to do is snap it and take a knee. Even if that's never been your philosophy as a coach, there's no reason for you to be running the football. Even if your running back was down, there's still no reason for you to be running the football. None.
So look, Mike. So explain the whole thing because I really didn't see the whole thing. I know I laughed at it, but I laughed because it's pretty funny that it's a thing. I saw the video on Twitter. I didn't watch the whole thing because I couldn't really get through it. I just laughed. So can you explain the whole thing from start to finish?
Literally, it is Miami has the football. There's 37 seconds left in the game. The clock is running. Georgia Tech has no timeouts. None.
Okay.
All Miami has to do is take a knee, and the game is over. You can go shake hands with the other coach, and you can celebrate. You won the game. 3rd down, they decide, we're just going to run the football. And whether or not Chaney was down or not, it does not matter at this point. Because if your coach is as good as you say your coach is, you take a knee. I guarantee you, if you ask the other 132 head coaches in college football what they would have done in that situation, every last one of them was taking a knee. But the one coach that's not going to take a knee had to be Mario Cristobal. And like I'm saying, he's not the only reason you lost. Your All-American safety let a receiver get behind him for them to win the game. He's not the only reason, but he wouldn't have been put in that position if your coach wasn't trying to be the smartest guy in the room and run the football. That's stupid. That's pure stupidity. Pure stupidity. Trying to run the football when the clock is running and the other team has no timeouts left. That's stupid, bro.
So, okay, so yeah, let's move on. Let's move on from that because I don't have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Hold on. The Miami fans, the ones who always want to troll Florida, when they lose, bro, when you niggas lose, y'all do not be on the TL like that, bro. Seriously. You niggas, you Miami niggas do not be on the timeline when y'all lose. But
bro, let me tell you, the first thing I saw from Miami fans, and I don't follow many of them because I don't rock with Miami. I don't follow many people outside of other fan bases anyway. But the first thing I saw was they was happy. Oh yeah, let's just get out of here with the dub. Next thing I saw was I'm not watching a game the rest of the year. What? I mean, your coach is stupid. I would get it if you want to do that, but don't be flip-flopping after you was just on the timeline talking heavy when we was early in the first quarter and we was in a dog fight with Vanderbilt, like y'all said. Oh, it's 7-7. Y'all best corner just got just got the ball thrown down the field on him, and they went up top. It's the first quarter. You tied 17-17 in the fourth quarter with Georgia Tech. Nah, nah, you can't get off that easy with that. Nah, we not gonna do that. So how about y'all just sit down, watch the game, like us other fans, and just be quiet. How about that? Instead of trying to troll everybody when you know your team is not as good as they seem to think they be. And now the crazy part about it is you did all of that, and guess who you play this week?
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to all that.
That
Gonna
was
pick that.
no, that was the lead. That was the lead in. That was the lead into it because it's time for us to get to next week and talk about some picks because there's a lot of games going on this week that we need to get picks in for. So let's just jump right into it. First game we'll go with. I'm not going with that one because we already know those are easy wins. Let's jump right into it. We not gonna waste no time. Oregon, Washington. Washington is the home team. Who are you going with?
I got Washington.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Oregon. Bo Nix makes a statement this week.
Are you doing that? Pick Washington,
No.
Or are you...
No, I'm going with Oregon, and Bo Nix make. I actually like Oregon's defense though. I really do. I think their defense is really good. Bo Nix makes a statement, which is crazy to hear in 2023. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Oregon. All right, next up, Texas A&M going to Tennessee.
Damn, man, give me Tennessee.
I will go with Texas A&M. Okay. I just don't like Tennessee. I really don't, and I don't see the hype. I've never seen it. I don't think they're a good football team, so I'm gonna go with Texas A&M. Even though I don't like Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M gets the win. Next game, Iowa at Wisconsin. Has to throw that one in there just to see if I can catch you off.
I'm gonna go Iowa.
I'm going Iowa as well. I think it's gonna be like 9-6 or something like that. But I'm gonna go with Iowa as well. Bro. I'm gonna go Alabama. Next up, man, we just talked about this kid too. Arizona playing Washington State. Disappointing week for Washington State, and they need to bounce back next week. Shout out to Chip Kelly getting that win though. I still forget that Chip Kelly is still coaching. That's the crazy thing. But yeah, shout out to them, man, for getting that win. But Arizona, Washington State, who you going with, my brother?
In Cam Ward, I trust. He has to have a bounce back game. He will have a bounce back game.
Yes.
Through his first two picks against UCLA. Bounce back game for Cam Ward. I got Washington State.
I'm gonna go with Washington State as well. I think it's gonna be more of a shootout, but I expect Cam to come back and play better than he did this week. Let's go forward, man. I'm not picking that game because Auburn has no quarterback, so we don't care about that one. We got a couple Auburn LSU.
At LSU?
Yeah, it's in Baton Rouge at night.
Yeah.
Auburn not winning.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we not going with that.
They might run for it though.
Dang, that's crazy. I did not know this game was this week. USC at Notre Dame.
USC
is definitely gonna win, but I did not know that game was this week. It feels like it's earlier than it's been.
That's
moving forward. Yeah, it's a 6:30 NBC game. 6:30 on ABC. Miami at North Carolina. Yeah, Drake May. Don't waste your time, bro. Drake May.
I'm trying to think what score. I got NC, but he got obviously his top target back this past weekend.
I want him to run it up, honestly. I wish they could do what they did. I wish they could do what they did 3 years ago.
So they playing at Miami or UNC?
No, at UNC.
All right, yeah, I got UNC. Well, shit, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have mattered because a home Miami game is still on the road for
Hey,
them.
bro,
So
chill, chill, bro, chill. All right. Last game we're gonna go with UCLA at Oregon State. UCLA is 4-1, which is and they
I got
should be
UCLA.
ranked again.
I got UCLA.
I don't like DJ whatever his name
Ooh,
is, but I'm gonna go with Oregon State. I think it's
DJ Uwe
Ungalele or something like that. Whatever.
Angalele.
But I'm going with Oregon State to get the dub.
All right, that's
Let's move into the NFL just a little bit, man. We do have a game going on currently. Jaguars at Bills. It's 11-7. The Jaguars are up in the third quarter. Nasty football being played over there in London. Just disgusting. But
that's funny.
yeah, let's keep going forward. Let's move into it. We're gonna get straight to some picks anyway. First game we're gonna go with Ravens at Steelers.
Ravens. Lamar Jackson is looking like MVP Lamar.
Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
He looking like that guy.
Yes.
Let's see. What else we got? What else we got that's interesting? Ooh, that's a nasty game.
Just go down the list. Just go down the list.
It's an ugly game. Tennessee at Indianapolis.
Yeah, that game is nasty.
I told you. You thought I was.
I'm gonna go with the Colts, man.
I will if Anthony Richardson is playing, I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Yeah.
The Tennessee Titans need to move on from Ryan Tannehill. That guy sucks. Saints at Patriots.
Damn. Talking about filthy work.
Filthy, my brother.
Damn. I'm gonna go with the Saints, man.
I'm not. I'm going with the Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots. I don't even have faith in Mac Jones. I'm really hoping Bailey Zappi starts because that guy is horrible. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Patriots. Texans at Falcons. I know who you're going with, but still.
Texans.
Absolutely, I'm going with the Texans too. Shout out to D'Amico Ryan. Shout out to CJ Stroud. They doing their thing. Shout out to them boys, man. We're not even gonna pick the Panthers and the Lions because that's unfair. But shout out to my guy Bryce. He's playing good football. The team sucks. It's just no other way to put that. So yeah, we're not gonna pick that one. Giants at Dolphins. We not doing that either. Like that's not even worth it. Daniel Jones stinks. That guy stinks. He's horrible. Horrible. Like, that's an awful quarterback if I've ever seen one. Bengals at Cardinals. I'll tell you what, that team better not lose this game. They better not.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals as well, but if they lose, boy. Boy, that's all I'm gonna say about
man.
that.
They playing.
Yeah, at the Cardinals.
Yeah, they should win.
Hey man, all I'm gonna say is if you lose to a team that got Marco Wilson as cornerback one,
bro.
Next game. Eagles at Rams. You got to think about that game. Last year you wouldn't have to think about it.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Also, Cooper Kupp is making his return this week.
I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm going to Rams as well. I think the Rams get the dub. Shout out to the great white hopes out there, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp.
If they win this game, I'm gonna say watch out for them. You know, in that NFC, man.
Bro, it's gonna be real interesting down the stretch because they got a lot of good teams out there. I would just say that. All right, next up, we know who winning this game, but it's Chiefs at Vikings. It's not prime time, but it's not 12 o'clock, so it's right in the middle. So Kirk Cousins may not be great, but he may not be bad either.
I'm gonna go Chiefs in a close one.
Okay, okay, not bad at all.
which I'm
Monday,
never picking.
exactly. That is true. Unless it was last week, you did pick the Jets to win.
That's different. We supposed to win that game.
All right.
Fuck.
Next up, Packers at Raiders. That's Monday Night Football.
Packers.
Devontae Adams playing against his old team, but Jimmy G is his quarterback. The interesting thing I want to know about the Raiders is what happened to Hunter Renfro.
He still play.
He ain't getting targets or nothing. He had 1,000 yards 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden he just not even getting on the field. Which I mean, I get it. Devontae Adams is on the team, but still,
he need to get traded.
Jets. Let's go to it, man. Jets at Broncos. This is a payback game for all that mess that Sean Payton was talking. Nathaniel Hackett was their coach, and they trashed him on the way out, and they said he's the reason that they were an awful football team. So you know what? Who you going with, my brother? And the score prediction.
Hold on. Give me a minute. Jets. Jet.
This guy does not know when to stop, man.
I heard that. I like.
This guy does not know when
But
to stop, bro.
I like. Sean Payton was talking all this bullshit, man, over the all season, man. We pulling up. We gonna test this gangster. We gonna see. We gonna see what that action about. We gonna see all that, man. We war ready, man. We war ready, man. Let's see Zach, build on his best performance this season. Let's
That
see him
shit out.
build.
Air that
Yes,
shit out.
let's see that. I'm
Air
gonna
that shit
go.
out. Air that shit out, and
I'm
I want Brees Hall. I want Brees Hall to get 20 carries
I like Brees for 120 and a touchdown.
easily.
I'm, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 27. I'm gonna go 27-17.
I'm going 31-20.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 31-20. I think we hit the 30-point benchmark. Last game, last one we're gonna discuss, man. Biggest one of the week is Sunday Night Football. It's not big because I already picked my winner, and I told everybody around me since I live in Dallas. I've already told them who's gonna win this game, and I don't care how y'all feel about it. Cowboys at 49ers. It's on you.
I got the Niners.
Score.
Thirty to 21.
Oh, closer than I thought you was gonna say.
No. 31. 31 to 20.
Still closer than I thought you were gonna say. I'm gonna go. I got the Niners winning. I'm gonna go 34-24. That's a lot of points for two defenses that's really good. But I'm gonna go 34-24.
I think Niners force a turnover though. 2, matter of fact.
They should force a couple, but we'll see how this goes. That's all I have for the sports section of the show, man. Not much else going on in the sports world outside of preseason basketball. We don't need to talk about that yet because it's not that time yet.
Nah, it ain't time.
Let's get into this a little bit because I feel like this has become a very huge topic of discussion. That question you posed on last week. about Rick Ross being a top 10 Southern rapper. I know you posted on the podcast, but somebody else asked the question if he was a top 10 rapper in the South of all time. But let's just go into our discussion of where he fits as far as the all-time Southern rappers. For me, I honestly don't see how you can have him as a top 10 Southern rapper. I just don't see it at the moment.
Name your 10.
That's a good question.
But that's what in these type of convos, what is the criteria? Are we going off just bars? Are we going off career? Are we just going off hits? Like what is it? Because a lot factors into it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna ask you this question. I'm just gonna ask you this question. Is Rick Ross over Currency on your list?
Not in my list.
Okay,
not me personally.
Not on your list, your personal list. Okay, he's not over yours.
But you're
okay. Let's just take it out. Let's just take that out because I know who Currency means to you. Let's go with people. Let's go with other people. Is Rick Ross over Migos?
As career or
just however you want to.
I feel like he got more hits.
So would you have Rick Ross over Migos at this point in time?
But I feel like the Migos has had more like of an influence, like an impact. That's tough, dog, because I'm comparing.
I know it is. It is.
I'm comparing.
But how about this? We're gonna just take it out. We're gonna take out any groups. We're gonna take out the groups. We just gonna do individuals. Okay. So I have this question for you. If we talking about Southern rappers, is Rick Ross over Pimp C?
Nah, not to me.
If he's not to you, then I don't know how he's top.
But listen, what that's what I'm saying. Like you asking me, like, what's the criteria?
Why do we have to have a criteria? Why can't we just say who's the better rapper?
What?
Because if you just say who's the better rapper, that should mean strictly bars. It's not about your production. It's not about who's in the back making the beats for you. It's about who's the better rapper. If we talking about if we talking about who's the better rapper, there's no way Rick Ross is a top 10 Southern artist. There's no way. Because if we're just being honest talking about rapping, then he's not. There's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me he's over Andre 3000.
Nah.
There's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me he's over Scarface.
Hold on, wait. Hold up. Start this over and give me names, and I'll say yes, no. We're gonna do it like that.
All right, fine. We're talking about Rick Ross being a top 10 Southern rapper. Is Rick Ross Andre 3K? Yes or no? Is he better?
No.
Is he better than Scarface?
No.
Is he better than Lil Wayne?
No.
Is he better than Bun B?
No.
Is he better than Big Boy?
No.
Is he better than T.I.?
No.
Is he better than Gucci Mane?
Yes.
Okay, that's the first one you got to. Is he better than Future?
No.
Whoa. I'm definitely gonna post that. I'm definitely gonna post that video so people can see.
Wait, hold on.
I'm definitely posting that. I'm definitely posting that.
If we did, hold on.
No,
Like when
we're talking
you
about bars.
talking
We're talking about
lyrically.
bars. Yeah, we're talking
No,
about
oh
bars.
no,
So for us,
no, lyrically. No. Oh, you just saying lyrically.
I'm talking about just bar rap
Oh, all
period.
right, okay. So the
Your ability to
criteria is
rap.
okay. Then no, then I would say Rick Ross over Future lyrically.
Okay. I was going to say like lyrically, production wise, it's not close. Future got some of
But
the best production
yeah,
ever,
yeah,
but
song
just
for song.
rapping, yeah, just rapping. No, okay. So that's I have 6 at the moment. The 2 you
Okay.
said that he was better than was Gucci Man and Future. Luda,
Yeah.
is he better than Luda?
Lyrically, hell no.
Okay, that's 7.
Okay.
Is he better than Jeezy?
Nah. See, here's the thing though. Jeezy wasn't the most lyrical, bro, but you felt like at the time.
I don't think
I got
Rick Ross I don't think Ross is
yeah,
this great
true,
lyrical
but
person either. But if
let
we're
me
gonna
say this.
compare, let's just compare those two.
Yeah,
Who's
I know,
better?
but hold on. Jeezy is one of my favorite Southern rappers of all time. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this, he was not the most lyrical, obviously.
No,
But
he wasn't.
the way he was kicking that shit, bro, his flow, like, come on, dog. Like, man, like Mr. Magic City, blowing color purple, making rain on your forehead. Like, shit he was saying, bro, like in a time we was in, like, bro, the impact he made, like
Are you
off the
this is
top.
let's just do this. Are you playing Rick Ross before you play Jeezy?
No, Jeezy's one of my favorite Southern rappers of all time. No, hell no.
Do you?
So no,
Okay, all right. Next name, Killer Mike.
Killer Mike lyrically. So I would go Killer Mike lyrically.
J. Cole.
J. Cole lyrically. Yeah.
Hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. If you
I get you.
asking,
I get you. I get you. I
but
get
hold
what
on,
you said.
you
I'm
asking
just
me,
asking this rapper wise.
no,
Who's the better
now
rapper?
MC wise, hold on, MC Killer Mike better MC, but I would much rather, me personally, I would
Yeah,
much
you would much
rather,
rather listen to Rick Ross music than Killer Mike.
yes,
But
it's a lot of guys
I'm
you
talking about better rapper. I'm not talking about who makes the better
like,
songs.
you need a verse here.
Who's the better rapper? If you need
Yeah,
to
better.
play a song, if you have a song going on right now and you need a rapper, who are you going to first? Killer Mike or Rick Ross?
I need a verse,
Yes.
and I want you to. It depends, bruh.
Are
What
you
type
are
of
you trying
record?
to sell more records, or do you want somebody to kill the beat lyrically?
I, that's the thing. If I want somebody to kill a beat, I'm going to kill a Mike. If I want
Okay.
him on a hit, I'm
That's
on Rick Ross.
that's all I need to know. I'm not
But
going to disagree with that at all.
the thing is, a lot of guys you name, I would much rather listen to some of. Well, yeah, I would much rather listen to Rick Ross albums than a lot of guys you name.
Not
Solo
me.
albums.
Not me.
That's just me.
Whose solo
But
album
I'm
that
not.
I name? Whose solo albums that I name would you rather listen to Rick Ross over?
Gucci Man.
If you say Gucci Man, I understand that. I'm not listening to many full Gucci Man albums at all.
Killer Mike.
I
But his
I,
last one was
I,
fire. His
yeah,
last one was fire. I give.
I'm not gonna sit there and listen to Killer Mike's albums over Rick Ross's either. But everybody else, nah, we're not doing that.
His last, bro. I'm not no big Killer Mike fan, but the album he just put out, that shit was fire. I'll give him that.
So this is my thing. Is it when people make these discussions, is it about how the record sells? Because if it's about the record sales, I see why they say Rick Ross would be one of those guys in that top group. But if it's about just lyrical ability and being able to spit verses, he should be nowhere near a top 10 South list at all.
But that's the like I said, MCs and rapping is two different things.
Because this
Two different
is my
things.
thing. You're not from the South, but you lived in the South for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you listen to Zero?
I'm not gonna say I've listened to everything, but I've heard some of his work.
For me, for me personally, Z-Ro would be over Rick Ross. For me, he would be over him. And the reason I say that is because if I have a choice to play Z-Ro or Rick Ross, I'm playing Z-Ro first. Z-Ro meant more to me than what Rick Ross was talking about. If you get on a song talking about, the song title is "What's Free," and you talking about all this money and everything that you have that has nothing to do with what the song is actually about, bro, I don't relate to you. I don't.
You
Like,
said over a decade, still nobody's favorite.
why would he be anybody's favorite though? What has he done to be somebody's favorite rapper?
I know a guy who just came to my mind who that's his favorite rapper. I'm not gonna say his name. If he listened to this, he gonna know who I'm talking about.
There's like, what has Rick Ross done to be anybody's favorite rapper? What songs has Rick Ross gotten on where he's just washed the competition to the point where it's like, yeah, Rick Ross is that guy?
Hey, he that devil in a new dress, bro.
It was nice.
Chill, bro.
Yeah,
That's his best
it was
verse.
nice. It was
That's
nice.
his best verse.
But was it just far and away better than everybody on the song?
I mean, it was better than Kanye verse.
But there was somebody else on that song, right?
Well, on the Kanye song, it was just them two.
Okay.
But
I've never been. Oh, Kanye is this great lyricist.
He doesn't. No, I know what you're saying. Like, if he's on a song with people, he's not gonna have the best verse. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and if I consider you to be a top 10 rapper in anything, you should be able to get on a song and dominate that song at any point in time. All of those other guys that I named have done that, except for Future. I've never seen Future do that. I'm not finna hype that up.
A lot of people say though, hold on. A lot of people will say that Drake and Future album, Future had the better verses.
I don't like that album anyway, so I'm not finna get on here and just hype it up at all.
I'm saying objectively speaking,
yeah, they may say that, but I don't like that album.
I'm not one of those people, but I do feel like he did some work on that album to where I can see why. But to answer the question, listen, man, I'm not no diehard Rick Ross fan. I'm not gonna say I don't like some of the shit he has put out. I do, but I'm not a diehard Rick Ross fan. But I will definitely say I fuck with his music, but
yeah, he's got some. Rick Ross has some good music, but I'm never gonna be like, oh yeah, put on that Rick Ross. No, nah, especially not if I got other people that I can listen to. If you telling me I can listen to Rick Ross or J. Cole right now, Cole it is. I'm sorry.
To me, it just depends. I mean, yeah, with the way he killing shit now, features especially, but I just feel like when you talk about certain things, if you saying who's the better better MC, better artist, whatever it is, like certain things gotta weigh in. Like how we were just talking like, lyrically. No,
if you say it's a top 10 rap list, then everything that you've done should have an effect on it.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, if you're talking about a top 10 rap list, then the number one quality should be the bars. It should be. There's nothing else that should weigh over that. Not album sales. None of that. It should be the bars. It should be the bars. And if it's the bars, then there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that Rick Ross is a top 10 rapper in the South. If it's strictly about bars, he's not that.
No, if it's strictly bars, no. But if the other thing, what you just said, he has to be in that conversation, bro. Yeah,
if it's about mainstream success, if it's about album sales, if it's about the money that he's made, yes, Rick Ross is in that. Rick Ross is in that list. Yes, hits wise, he's in that top 10 list. But if it's about top 10,
well, hold on. What about catalog?
No, he's not in that list. No.
What mixtapes too? Like his whole catalog.
Wait. If you talking albums and mixtapes, I don't know if he's in that catalog. if you say you said you would take Rick Ross over Gucci Mane. If you included albums and mixtapes, Rick Ross is not better than Gucci Mane.
He has better albums.
He does have better albums, but
That Rich
mixtape
bro,
wise,
that Rich Forever mixtape, bro, is better than a lot of niggas' albums and better
yeah,
than a lot of niggas.
it is. But that's
Gucci
literally
Man,
one. That's literally one of the only mixtapes that people bring up when they talk about Rick Ross is Rich Forever. And I know it was great, but Gucci Mane, bro, like
he got
Gucci and that. Yeah, he does. But when you talk about that, like Gucci mixed, hey, bruh. Like if you bring mixtapes in it, then it's
hold on. Wait. I know about Gucci. Listen, bro, listen.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. When I moved to Bama, that's all niggas was playing. Gucci Mane and Wayne and Boosie and Webby. And Jeezy, obviously, and T.I. at that time where I was living at. So I'm familiar with all of Gucci mixtapes. But what I'm saying, Gucci's catalog to me, my opinion, is similar. It's similar to Lil Wayne's catalog. Because they both have mixtape game flawless. Albums, obviously Wayne's better albums, but the success he had album success obviously, but his mixtape success is what really make him to me.
Of course. And if you're gonna use the mixtapes to factor into this discussion, then Gucci's over Rick Ross. And I like the I love the Rich Forever mixtape. I love it.
I think Ross are balanced though.
It probably is because Gucci Mane's albums are.
That's why I said I would probably lean towards Ross, bro.
I don't know. I just can't lean towards Ross. But like I said, even if you take him out and you do full catalogs with mixtapes included, I still can't put him in a top 10 list in the South. I can't, bro. Like you talking about when you move to the South and you listen to Boosie and Webby, bro. Their mixtapes.
I would no. Hold on. Wait. I would no. Hold on now. We not now. Hold on. Are you saying that they have better catalogs than Rick Ross?
I don't know, bro. Because I'm gonna just say this. Webby's. No. I didn't. Hey, I didn't say. I'm from Louisiana, so it's different for me. So I'm not gonna judge that. But for me, hey, bro, Savage Life is.
No.
Hey,
hold on.
Hey, bro.
We not doing this.
Now, I didn't make no judgments. I didn't make no judgments at all. I told you I'm gonna sit that one out because I'm from Louisiana. That means, bro, Boosie and Webby is what I grew up on. So it's gonna be different for me. It's gonna be different for me. I didn't say who was better. I just said it's different for me. We didn't grow up on Rick Ross. Like I grew up on Boosie, Webby, Wayne, and Zero, and Outkast because that's what my dad listened to. So
I mean, if you from Florida, you probably grew up on them, I guess.
If you from Florida, I get it. If that's your home state, you listen to the people in your home state. I get it. But even if we don't include them, there's still a lot of names on that list that I threw out that even with mixtapes, he's not better than. He's not better than Wayne, not better than Face, not better than 3K, not better than Big Boy, not his full catalog, not better than Cole. Like, what are we doing? T.I. I didn't. No, it's not. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, bro? Like,
and Wayne were to me the top 3 in the South.
This is the thing. If you say that was 7 names just right there, and I haven't even gone deeper into the list. That was 7 names. I said Andre 3000, Wayne, Scarface, Cole, T.I., Jeezy, and who was the last one I said? T.I., Jeezy. That's 6. Oh, Big Boy. That's 7. That's 7 right there. 7 people.
But that's 7. It's 3 more though.
There's 3 more. There's a lot more names that we can throw on that list. Do you want me? Okay, so this is my question to you. Is for you, if you had to listen to one person's music, Rick Ross or 2 Chainz?
I'll go Ross.
You had to think about it.
I had to think
Also,
about it because I was thinking about it when 2 Chainz, when he came, like when he, what's the word I'm looking for? Rebranded.
when when he rebranded to 2 Chainz from Titty
But
Boy.
bro, they had a versus and nah, bro. I would go Ross. I'm not the biggest 2 Chainz fan, but I like Chainz. I respect what he did.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
He got some good shit for sure. But I would go Ross, bro. I'm not doing that. Nah. I would go Ross. I'm not. No.
Okay, I got another one for you. Ross or Juvie?
Out of them,
you in New Orleans now. Hey man,
Juvie has the best album of them.
If we're talking catalog, hey man.
Juvie has the best album of the 2.
Oh, definitely.
But I feel like Rick Ross catalog is a little more consistent.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. For you, is this state in the South? I'm gonna ask you this: do you consider Virginia the South?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna throw this rapper's name out.
But hold on. It depends though, because rappers from Virginia, when you say is this state in the South, like different rappers, like if you didn't know where J. Cole was from, you wouldn't think he was from the South. If you didn't, I wouldn't, because how he rap, he don't rap like a Southern rapper.
No, his favorite rapper is Nas. He tried to rap like Nas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I didn't know where he was from, I would think he was from somewhere else, but not from the South. But yeah.
So
but go ahead. What you got to say?
But you said Virginia was the South. So Pusha T.
Is it?
It's considered the South. I personally don't really care if you say South or North because it's like up there where you.
I mean, it's kind of in between, I guess. But
if you say it's the South, go with that name. Who's better?
Between who?
Ross and Pusha T.
Better rapper? Like who's a better MC or what we doing?
I'm just asking the question.
Because solo wise, Rick Ross has done more. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, solo wise, Ross has definitely done more. But that's more of because Pusha T sticks to what he knows.
But that's what I'm saying. Now we going lyrically. That's not even a question.
Okay, fine.
That's not even a question.
I got Pusha higher, but that's just me.
Me personally, I would rather listen to Pusha T.
Yeah, of course.
That's me.
Okay, fine. I'll go another route. Missy Elliott.
Come on, bro. We not doing that.
Exactly. So what are we talking about? Like
when I think of females, like not even you, because you can't put her in a box. She's I don't
even. This is the thing with Missy Elliott. I don't even need to think about females. I just need to think about the music game. Period. There is like maybe 1 or 2 other people that I would ever mention in the same sentence as Missy Elliott. Maybe.
But you want to know something? Out of them people we named, the last few, I did. So it's probably like 1 spot left. He would probably get that 1 spot.
In that last list, I didn't even say Ludacris in the last list, so he gets the last spot.
I think you did say Luda.
In the last list we talked about, no, I didn't say his name, but he gets that last spot.
I'm gonna say this though. I don't think it's a no brainer. I feel like he has a. I feel like he has a. I feel like he has a. He has enough to where you can, argue for him. But my thing is, I always thought he has classic songs, certain classic songs, like songs you can play, like to me. But I don't think he has a classic album.
I could say the same about Ross.
That's what I'm talking about.
So their album situation could be about the same, but when it comes to lyrically,
Wait, who you was talking about?
Rick Ross and Luda.
No. I was talking about Rick Ross. I want to talk about Luda. I feel like Luda's not a classic.
Oh, okay. I thought you said okay. All right. No, Ross doesn't have a classic. Yeah, Ross doesn't have a classic album. No.
He has something towards the line that could possibly, but nah, I don't think. Me personally,
what's the possible?
I think Teflon Don
is the closest thing he has to a classic.
That deeper than he has more than one. That deeper than rap.
Okay.
Them two.
I was a big fan of the Teflon Don album. I would not put it in a classic because the thing for me is it has to have memorable verses on it for me to say it's a classic. I'm gonna just say this: the best song on that album, he got washed on.
Yeah, never mind.
Very clearly.
but the single that bitch though.
No, it definitely had singles come from it. Like it's ridiculous. But the best song on that album, you got destroyed. like it wasn't even close. But I will say this: the singles from that album were, they are crazy, absolutely crazy. But I gotta have some verses that I remember from you that makes it a memorable album for me, makes it a classic, and I don't see that. I'm not saying he doesn't have any on there, but they're very few and far in between.
I just do you think an album can have a skip or two on it? Classic album.
A classic album, yes. Yeah. Okay. But the other songs got to be they got to be ridiculous.
Right.
Cuz I'm going to say this. I think Cole has like 2 or 3 classics for me. I think he has 2 or 3 classics. And my favorite album from Cole has always been Born Center. But I think there's a couple skips on that album.
3? You said 3?
I think he has 2 or 3 classics.
Like
I said, no, albums. I think when I say classic albums, it has to be something that I can go back and play at any time, and I still remember.
Keep it going.
I still remember what came from that album, and also people still play that album. And for me, I have to give J. Cole that distinction. I really do. Now, if you want to debate which ones they are, then that's up to you. But for me, Born Center is his greatest. It's always been his greatest album to me.
What you say?
I was saying if you talk about classic albums, for me, Born Center is J. Cole's best album. It's always been that to me, and I think that's a classic. Forest Hills Drive would be the one that has me on the yes, no, yeah. Because to me, I thought it was a good album, but I'm trying to think of the songs that actually just put it over the top for me. I
think Fire Squad was fire.
No, Fire Squad was dope. I think he has some really good stuff on there. I like Apparently.
Yeah.
I really like Love Yours.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of those, it's not the first album that I would say, hey, if you put J. Cole on, I'm not gonna say, hey, play Forest Hills Drive first. I'm not
What
doing
about
that.
Wet Dreams?
That was different because it was like, bro, what the hell is Cole doing? Like that was my first reaction. Like, what is he doing with this song? But it was, hey, bro, hey, he made that shit work. That's all I can say about that. I don't know, man. I like Sideline Story more than I like Forest Hills Drive.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
For me, I like
Yeah,
Sideline
yeah,
Story.
okay. I got you.
I like Sideline Story, bro. Dollar in the
Whoa.
Dream was yeah. Dollar in the Dream was that. I was a fan of Mr. Nice Watch, even though it was like when I first listened to it,
What?
I was like, what the hell?
No,
Yeah. Yeah, I was a fan
bro,
of
you
Mr.
like
Nice
that
Watch.
song?
Yeah. I didn't like the way a certain rapper started his verse, but I thought the song was decent. But it's
I
not my
hate
favorite
that.
song. It's not my favorite song on the album because I like Dollar in the Dream Part 3. I like everything from God's Gift, on down. Bro, I thought they
I
were
like
all
Rise and
cold.
Shine.
This dude. Nah, it was a good song though. But God's Gift, into Breakdown, then to Workout, then to Who That, and
I'm
then
not gonna lie.
finish it off with Daddy's Little Girls. Bro,
When I first heard Workout for him, I hated that shit.
it was when it first came out, I was like,
I feel like he was trying to
who is
chase
this
the
song
radio.
for?
Like that.
Who is this song for?
He was.
And then over
I feel
time,
like he was trying.
over time, it was just like, okay, it makes sense on that album. But like bro, I like that album more than I like Forest Hills Drive.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess. I mean,
To
we all
me,
like what we
I do.
like. Yeah,
Um,
I feel you.
give me your honest thoughts on KOD. Because I didn't like it.
Solid album. Solid album, but I don't revisit it that much.
There's maybe two songs I'll play off that album right now.
My third out of the two, we just I know like the this like people like classic wise they would throw Forest Hills and Born Center, but the All Season is one of my favorite albums from him.
Why?
I just like that shit, bro. Like compared to that and if I'm comparing the what album was that he made? That album and For Your Eyes Only.
I like For Your Eyes Only. I actually like it. But I'm gonna say this.
KOD, that one get For Your Eyes Only get a lot of slack.
I'm gonna say this.
It's to me, I'm not gonna say it's one of his best album, one of his better albums, or one of his better projects or whatever. But I could go without it. But All Season, I like the All Season more than I like KOD. I like it more than I like.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the All Season. I'm gonna say this.
I like the All Season, bro, because it was a little to me. It was a little different.
It was. I think he started to go down that lyrical path, and
that's why I like.
He was.
To answer
yeah.
your question,
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. Is this one song on that album that featured artist came in on that bitch sliding? 21 came on that bitch sliding. That nigga said,
yeah. I like how he had Cam on the intro. I thought Cam was about to rap, but I like the intro.
That nigga 21 came on that bitch. That stuff that I seen got me traumatized. I let the K go when Johnny died, swinging that motherfucker side to side. Hey, bro, like relax, dude.
Yeah, call man. Listen, man. For the last few years, bro, feature wise, bro, it's not been nobody rapping better on Future.
Oh my goodness, bro. That man been that man get on every song and he say, I'm gonna be the best nigga on this song. Like, you not finna
Yeah,
out-rap
respect to Drake, But dog, that song on his album that they got out,
I didn't even listen to the
Spin
album.
Cycle.
I just seen I just seen the whole discourse about it. But yeah, J. Cole been on a run that ain't many people in rap been on. So
he put
look,
that nigga in a spin cycle. God.
I did see this one thing. I saw this one thing from this dude. He was watching a podcast and he responded to it. And I agree with him. He said people talk about West Coast rap and they usually go with the lead as Pac, and they forget about everybody else. But they forget that from the year '92 to like '95, Pac wasn't even the biggest rapper on the West Coast. It was Snoop. And
right.
the thing I say about that is the most popular rapper from the West Coast has always been Snoop.
Yeah.
Always. Like
shit, Snoop,
and
Snoop
it's only gotten crazier since he's got older. Like,
but how many rappers ever are more popular than Snoop Dogg? Snoop Dogg is probably
Snoop
the most
Snoop
popular
is the
rapper.
most popular rapper in the history of rap. Like there's
It would
nobody
probably be
nobody
it would
like
probably
Snoop.
be Snoop to then I would throw 50 in there too. As far as popular rappers.
Yeah, popular rappers, yes. It would be Snoop 50. And honestly, if we being honest about it, as far as popular rappers go, there's another guy on the West Coast who might be over Pop. I don't like him because he on his whole Cube definitely would be in that discussion. He's not on Snoop level. Snoop took like there's no if you go around the world and you say Snoop, people know who you talking about.
Yeah.
when you can do that, there's nobody else touching you, bro. Like I'm gonna just say this. I like Pac. Never been a big Pac fan, but I'll listen to his music.
Give me 2 albums from him, and I'm
bro,
good.
Stop, bro, stop.
Seriously,
stop.
I only like 2 of his albums.
Stop. I'm not going into that because I don't want people just coming up asking me why you let this Pac disrespect happen. That ain't got nothing to do with
what they do. No, because that's the problem with people. That's the problem. People don't know how to respect people's opinions. Just because it's my opinion, that don't mean it's right. That don't mean it's wrong. It's how I feel.
I mean, I don't.
Will
care.
I listen to Pac? Yes. Do I think Pac is a legend? Yes. Do I think he's an icon? Yes. Yeah. But for me personally,
Is he the greatest rapper to ever live? No.
No. But is he probably the most influential to some people?
Maybe.
Maybe. Probably. But
not me. But
for me personally, the albums, like if it's 2 albums out of his catalog that I would take and I would just be like, hey, I'm listening to these, it would be Machiavelli, and then it would be Me Against the World. No disrespect to All Eyes on Me, but I feel like All Eyes on Me wasn't necessarily him. It was more Death Row influenced. It was Suge Knight influenced. All that album was really influenced by them. Which he had some songs on. It's a, people will say it's a classic album. I'm not gonna get into all that. That's just that's a totally different, convo. But the way he was rapping on Machiavelli, the whole energy behind that album, I loved it. I feel like, me personally, that's to me, that is his best. That and Me Against the World are his 2 best albums to me. Because Me Against the World was really him. That was the Pop that before Death Row. That was the real like sound for him. And obviously people saw the numbers and stuff like that, but I'm not really a numbers guy when it comes to music. But that whole album, bro, that is a hell of an album. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say I never listened to his music. I'm just not one of those who's like, hey man, I'm a Pac fan. No, I'm not doing that. Is he in my top 5? No. But influential wise, he has to be up there, like, period.
Yeah, he should be. But for me, I'm not gonna put him with some of the other guys that I like to listen to because I don't think he's up there with them. But that's enough about that. We'll get to that another show. I just wanted to see, you know, if we could go into that. Just show
Yeah.
people that we could do a little something.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm on 3% and I gotta charge my phone.
Well, you know what? Look, man. We're gonna close this out. Final thoughts from you. Any final thoughts?
No final thoughts, man. No final thoughts. I'm gonna just say this. We I like this. You know, we stay consistent. I'm gonna just say
that. Okay. For me, final thoughts. Like I said, we've been doing some big things, man. We've been making some moves. You know, I don't know if y'all knew, I was without a vehicle for about a month. Somebody hit my car. Without a vehicle for a month, but been stacking some money, get some stuff together. Finally got my car on yesterday, so I'm back in business. My shout out to my guy, you as well. You know, you finna be in my city in 2 weeks. My guy's finna be in Dallas, so we're gonna be in the studio in 2 weeks. We're gonna be in the studio permanently, so y'all won't have to worry about seeing us on the screen. Him at home, me in the studio. We're gonna be in the studio permanently. So shout out to y'all for that. Shout out to you for that. Finally making that move. I know you've been trying to do that for a while. So big ups to you on that. But this podcast also building some momentum, man. We trying to do some big things with this. Take it wherever it's gonna take us. And we can only do that if y'all continue to support. So continue to support us. And continue to tune in however y'all want to tune in. We would appreciate it. But just a final thought from me, man. Stop allowing other people's success to determine how successful you are.
Right.
Stop looking at how far other people have gotten in life and thinking, oh, well, I'm a failure because I haven't gotten there yet, and we're the same age, or they're younger than me and they're ahead of me. Everybody's life doesn't move at the same pace. Everybody's not going to get to the same level at the same time. Are you moving forward every single day? If you're not moving forward or you're not trying to improve every single day, then yes, you should be disappointed in yourself because you're not learning, you're not growing, you're not evolving. But if you're constantly trying to better yourself as an individual, especially when you're working to not only boost yourself but boost the people around you, if you're doing that, stop worrying about who's getting there quicker or who's doing that, this, that, and the other. Their pace is not your pace. Their life is not your life. You don't know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through. You live your life. You run this race. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. Understand that. When you run a marathon, you don't come out of the gates running full speed, because if you did, you would crash out. Take your time, understand, learn all the lessons that life throws at you. Take those lessons and use them to your benefit for you to be able to grow. So for us, man, that's all I have to say. For us, Idiots with a Podcast, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Follow us on all our socials, everything that we have going on, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of our individual pages. If you search Idiots with a Podcast in Google, you'll find all of us as well. It's time for us to get out of here, man. So until next time, we are signing off. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Idiots with a Podcast. We are out of here.